Little interview for Terry. So Terry, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? We heard you had a kidney transplant recently. How are you feeling? So how's your day?
I feel tired.
You feel tired? Okay. So how many days have you been getting the transplants and your transplants?
My kidney transplant was January 17.
Mm-hmm.
Today is 27.
Okay.
No, 28. So that makes it 11 days.
Okay. So how's your recovery?
Every day it varies. I have days better than other. Some days it's harder because my incision area, it tends to be a little painful. And then I have a kidney like on my stomach right side in the front, so I can feel pressure, like I have an extra tissue. So like if I lay on the left, I can feel like something is attached to me, it has some weight. It kind of hurt my ribs a little bit. And then when I go that side, it feels better, but I'm kind of like I like laying on my side when I sleep. So I feel a little bit better, but I still feel like there's a little tissue on my stomach that's pushing it in. And the thing is, I'm very bloated on my stomach.
Okay. Did they give you any medicine to help you with your recovery?
Yeah, they give me like steroids. They give me oxycodone. They want me to take extra strength Tylenol. Basically the meds that I need to take to suppress my immune system to make me very immunocompromised. So it's safer right now that I try to stay away from public because I am very easy to get infections and sick.
Gotcha. So how long was you in the hospital for the surgery?
Total of 4 days.
4 days. Wow, that's really amazing. Yeah.
And my husband, the donor, was out within 3 days.
Wow, that's pretty quick. So
yeah. Very blessed.
Yeah.
Normally people 7 days. So kidney was doing amazing immediately. I made 6 liters, 6 liters of pee within the 24 hours.
Oh,
that's a lot.
I know.
6 liters.
Wow, so the kidney worked immediately.
Immediately. That was a really beautiful kidney. Once I woke up from the surgery, they said, you got a very beautiful kidney, and it was working immediately. My creatinine from 10 went down to 3 immediately. It was amazing.
Wow.
And then when I was discharged, it was 1.9. I went to my first appointment, which is only about 4 days after I was discharged, went down to 0.79.
Wow, that's amazing to hear.
Yeah, the doctor says my creatinine was even better than theirs.
That's amazing. So how do you feel now? You feel any different compared to when you don't have the kidney?
It's hard to say because I'm still recovering, so I'm still like lethargic and I have headaches and I'm bloated on my stomach and sore, but I think I'll start to feel the benefit of the kidney transplant probably 2 more weeks from now because I'm healing pretty good. But I have to share to you, I'm peeing a lot longer than I used to. Before, when I pee, it's like I consider it normal when I was in dialysis. But right now, when I pee, I can sit there and water's still coming out. I'm like, man, I have a bigger bladder or something like that. It's funny.
Okay, so how would you say how you can manage your pain level? Like,
well, like I say, it fluctuates every day. Some days I can be without meds pretty much the whole day, or maybe just take it one time. And like yesterday, it was harder for me. I was on Tylenol all day and oxycodone, and I was tired. I wanted to sleep, take naps and stuff. So it depends on the day.
So I think a lot of people want to hear like how's this life in dialysis? That's a lot of people very curious about. And then the part where when you did getting a transplant, the procedure, a lot of people has a lot of curious about it. How's the process go? Is it hard on their body? And how's everything went? Can you share a little bit about your experience in the surgery?
So basically, with dialysis, your time is very limited. You have to deal with your surgery. I mean, you have to deal with time. The dialysis take a lot of your time. I was there 3 days a week, 4 hours. And once I was done with dialysis, I was tired. I stayed home all day. I didn't go anywhere. And I went from working full time to only work like 3 days a week.
So it took away a lot of your time.
It took away of my life because it was like sucking my life. Dialysis is needed because that's the only way to keep me alive, to clean the toxins out my body. So I never miss a treatment. But I do find a lot of signs like your skin is so dry and you're ashy and you have to limit your fluid intake and your phosphorus level is so high. Every meal I have to take phosphorus binders, sometimes 3 big pills or sometimes 4, but my phosphorus is still high. I had to watch my restriction on my diet a lot more than my, like transplant, there's a lot of things I can have and also some things I can't, but dialysis really, there's a lot more things I can't have, like dairy products, beans, oatmeal, because they're all high in phosphorus. But, you know, the thing is, like, I still exercise. I still built muscle when I was dialysis. So, and not that bad. I'm pretty good compared to a lot of people in there. They had edema. Their legs were swollen. Some of them had to get their legs chopped off and amputated.
That's scary.
Because they were on dialysis a long time, like 7 years or more. I was only there for 1 year. But if I was staying longer in dialysis, I don't know how I would look like anymore. They really ages you a lot. Dialysis.
Okay.
Wow.
So how long would it take for you to be on the transplant list and get the surgery done?
First, when I was on dialysis, it made it even more advanced that I could be closer to the list. So with people with end-stage renal failure, which is ESRD, they already can apply for transplant list, or people in stage 5. But once you're in dialysis, it bumps it up. So your waiting time is not as long compared to some other people that with kidney failure. And then when I was in dialysis, they keep, because I got a catheter here, but they only want to keep it there for 3 weeks. They wanted me to do the fistula on my arm. I denied that because I knew I was going to get a kidney transplant. So I promised to them, if 1 year later I don't get a kidney transplant, then I would do the fistula, because having catheter on the near your heart is the highest risk of dialysis. People can get infection and they can die because it's connected on your heart. So they want me to do fistula, but once fistula is on there, no matter you do the kidney transplant or not, it's still going to be there. So I said, if 1 year later I still haven't been on transplant, I'll do the fistula. Thank God, on October, my husband found out he was the perfect match.
And wow, then, what a blessing, huh?
Yeah, God is so miracle. He's the magician behind it.
Because I know from my standpoint, not many people out there can get such a good, perfect match like that. You go to a lot of people and then wait for years. Yes,
just to get a deceased donor. And I'm so fortunate I got a live donor. Recovery is faster. People live better, longer life and less medicine. And then the thing is, the kidney works immediately. People with deceased donor sometimes take 2 or 3 weeks to work, so they have to go back to dialysis for a little bit until the kidney wakes up.
Okay. So since you got your transplant now, you got the new kidney. So what's your plan for the future? Do you have any plan for the future?
So let's put it this way. My husband gave me life, and I want to give life myself. So I want to give birth. It'll be something very meaty between us. With dialysis, there's no way I can get pregnant. And that's something that the doctor said. But being on kidney transplant is the only key that I can actually have kids in the future, healthy kids. So I look forward to 1 year later have a baby for my husband and me, and can travel.
That's exciting news.
Yeah, because you know, with dialysis, you're like so limited with the quality of life. All you work around is your energy and your dialysis schedule. You just can't do anything.
Gotcha. So one last question. I guess most people want to know how you're gonna manage your life now since you get your transplant done, and then I heard there's some medicine that you have involved that you have to take for life. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. So I have a booklet here, and it has a medical sheet. Everyone has different medicine sheets, meaning like they could be like this long, they can be longer. Mine is only this short because I only have kidney failure. I don't have diabetes, I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have lupus, any other disease, you name it. I am just kidney failure. And a lot of people ask, how did you get this kidney failure? I was in a very major car accident where my car was total crash and everything. Hit the back of my 2 kidneys, punctured my lung, fractured my rib.
Wow.
My spine, T4 to T9 was fractured. I had concussion. I had several stitches on my head and my ear was ripped. So they had to stitch it too. So it was 14 days in the hospital. And due to that, I was very malnourished at that time because I didn't really know how to take care of myself. I was a workaholic, skipped many meals because I was just a busy girl. And due to that, my kidneys just failed even more each day. And then to the point where I finally go check up. I was one of those very hard-headed, stubborn people that never go see doctors. But most Asians are like that because they're not educated to understand the life value of insurance and seeing doctors. They just believe in making money, working extremely hard. But I learned from my health experience, you cannot put your health in risk. So my medication that I have to take is tacrolimus, and that's everybody that has kidney transplant. That is the major medicine. The next one is mycophenolate. This one helps prevent rejection as well. It's also another steroid. And the third steroid is prednisone. Some people have to be prednisone forever, but luckily mine is just temporary. Again, because I got a live donor, it really helps because I can actually over time decrease my medication.
Gotcha. Thanks for all this information. We are very appreciated, and congratulations on your new kidney, and our best wish you your whole new future, and then continue with your husband, and God bless you for all the things that you receive.
And then you probably wanted me to ask me this one right here.
Right. This one I just asked you.
That one.
So one last question, another last question. Okay, what's your pain level now from scale 1 to 10? 10 being extremely painful.
When I was in the hospital, they asked me the same question after surgery. I told them 9. They gave me 2 things of fentanyl and 3 things of oxycodone and extra strength Tylenol. I was buzzed out. Like I was wiped out and relaxed. But now, I would say my pain level is 5.
Good.
Because I have days where it's only 3, and some days it's 5, some days it's 2. Why I say 5 is because I just took 2 of your Tylenol extra strength, so it's kicking in. But before that, I was having very bad headaches. I was feeling very cold, and when I stand up, I can feel the pain on my hip. I feel like the kidney is like the weight is sitting on my hip, and it was really painful when I walk. I feel like it's rubbing against, I don't know how to say it, because I also have this right here that's a JP drain.
Oh, can you tell us a little bit what that is?
So my kidney is making lymph nodes, which is after surgery, it's normal. They make fluid. It's just like the ooze. And I've been having this since the surgery, and every day it fills up, but it's getting less and less, and it's looking a lot more clear. Before it was a lot more red because there's still blood coming out of it.
So this thing's actually connected to your belly.
The incision part, and it's inside inserted to the kidney.
Gotcha. So how long have you had this on since after you left the hospital?
I had it once I woke up from the surgery. It was connected to me.
Okay.
And it's still connected to me. And I have to be so careful because when this fills up with fluid, it's pulling on my incision. It's the most uncomfortable feeling because it's heavy. It's just dangling. And I have to pin it up with 3 of these pins so it's not like hanging straight down.
So did they say how when they're gonna take that out for you?
They said once the amount because I document the output of the dream every day, like 4 times a day. When they see the numbers lower, they will take it out. But
Gotcha.
my last visit on past Monday, they said your numbers are still too high, so I still have a lot of fluid to drain. It was up to 100 cc and filling up to the top. So they're like, I'm gonna wait till it's like 25, 30 cc, then they'll take it out. And lately it has been that amount.
No, that's good news. So it's coming, at the right direction.
Because every time I wake up, I'm afraid like I'm gonna pull it. Because it's connected to inside your kidney. That's a freaking thing. It's like this thing is like if I sleep and someone like accidentally sat on there and I want to wake up, go to the bathroom, gotta pee a lot more now.
Got it. All right. So that's all we have for Terry today. So if you guys have any question would like to ask her, feel free to just comment on her channel, and then she will do her best to answer any question you have. And
we'll keep you further updated.
We will keep you guys further updated.
For now, I need to go rest.
Yes.